Today we're going to take notes on inferences and predictions with probability. Example number 1. A manager samples the receipts of every 5th person who goes through the line. Out of 50 people, 4 had mispriced the item. How many of 600 people would you expect to have a mispriced item? So you need to figure out the proportion for this. So we know that the given, out of 50 people, 4 people mispriced. And then we always know that the total goes on the bottom. If 600 people would expect to have a mispriced item, how many, or if you had 600 people, how many would you have expected to have a mispriced item? So we know that 600 needs to go on the bottom, and we're trying to figure out how many people would have mispriced the item. Then you would have to, since we're solving for x on the proportion, when you cross multiply, and this becomes 2400 equals 50x. And then if you divide 50 to both sides, we can finally get x by itself. You can eliminate the zeros, and it becomes 240 divided by 5. So top dog goes in the house. 5 goes into 24 4 times. Bring down the 0. 5 goes into 48 times. So that would be it. So the final answer would be 48 people that you would expect to have mispriced the item. Next question, it says, the table shows the number of each color of Skittles in a regular bag of Skittles. Use the table to answer each question. A, which color is twice as likely as orange to be randomly selected? So we know that there are 4 people who selected orange. And we need to see which color would be twice as likely. Well, twice as likely would just be times 2. So we know that 4 times 2 is 8, and the only one that has twice of 4, which is 8, would be green. So we know that would be green. B, which color is twice as likely as yellow to be randomly selected? So again, we're going to look at yellow. It's this one. We know it's 6, so double 6 would be 12 again. Twice as likely would just mean times 2. And we know that red is the one that's twice as likely. So it's red. C, you are 3 times more likely to select red than what color? So now we need to work backwards. We need to see which number would be 3 times itself to get the red. And we know that red, there are 12 people who chose red. So we need to think, what times 3 would give you 12? And we know that's 4. So we need to figure out what gives you 4. And looking at the table, we know that orange is the one that gives you 4. So it's orange.